changes in the climate have contributed to a crisis in California. In a massive and unprecedented effort to slow climate change, in 2020, the state finalized waste sorting laws under Senate Bill 1383, short-lived climate pollutants, that aim to reduce methane gas, a climate superpollutant 84 times more potent than carbon dioxide, and air pollutants that contribute to health conditions like asthma. Half of what Californians send to landfills is organic waste, which creates 20% of the state's methane emissions as it slowly decomposes. SB 1383 requires all businesses and residents to sort their waste into the correct bin. Our actions make a difference. Sorting our waste into the correct bin can have a big impact on the climate crisis. We all need to do our part to keep these materials out of landfills. So, how do we sort our waste in Davis? The first thing to know about waste collection in Davis is that we have a dual stream recycling system. Unlike other places where all recyclables are placed into one cart, in Davis we collect paper separately from glass, plastics, and metals. This keeps the paper very clean, allowing it to be recycled into higher quality products. So yes, even though all the recycling carts are emptied into the same truck, the trucks have divided compartments, so all the recyclables are kept separated. Let's take a closer look at what goes in those recycling carts. Businesses and multifamily communities in Davis have 2 recycling carts, one for paper and one for glass, plastics, and metals. The paper recycling cart is used for all types of paper. Regular office paper, paper towel tubes, egg cartons, junk mail, catalogs, newspapers, paperboard boxes, and other paper products that have not and are not intended to come into contact with food or beverages. Those kinds of paper products, such as paper towels, paper napkins, paper plates, paper cups, milk cartons, and greasy pizza boxes, cannot be recycled and should be placed in the organics cart. We'll talk a bit more about that later. Let's take a look at that other recycling cart. This cart is for glass and metal food and beverage containers, clean aluminum foil, and rigid plastics. The first part is fairly simple. If the glass or metal item was used to contain food or beverages when you purchased it at the store, they are recyclable. This includes glass bottles and jars, aluminum cans, and steel cans. Aluminum foil and aluminum trays are also recyclable if they are clean. Speaking of clean, please give those containers a quick rinse before you toss them into the recycling bin. Rinsing makes them easier to recycle, plus it will keep your recycling cart from getting gross. There are certain kinds of metals and glass that can't be recycled. This includes plates, cups, bowls, and other servingware. These are made from different types of glass and are unfortunately not recyclable. Okay, but what about plastics? First of all, plastics are confusing. You know how plastic items have those little recycling symbols with the numbers inside? Yeah, they don't actually mean anything about whether or not that item is recyclable. Those numbers just indicate the type of plastic the product is made from. So how can you tell if a plastic item is recyclable? Because plastics are challenging to recycle, not every recycling center can accept the same types of plastics. In Davis, Recology will accept what we call rigid plastic containers. That means any hard plastic container, regardless of the little number at the bottom. This includes yogurt containers, plastic cups, plastic bottles, milk jugs, buckets, and more. Recology will also accept some non-container plastics, such as plastic hangers, CD and DVD cases, plastic trays, and other rigid plastic items. There are some plastics that are not recyclable. Plastic foam, styrofoam, plastic film, those materials are just not recyclable and need to be placed in the trash. If you line your recycling bins with plastic bags, remember that the plastic bags cannot go into the recycling carts. Empty the contents of the bags into the recycling cart, then either reuse the plastic bag or place it in the trash. Okay, that covers recycling. Now let's talk about what goes into the organics recycling cart. Wow, there's just so much that can go into this cart. We like to say, if it grows, it goes. First of all, you can put your landscape trimmings in this cart. Leaves, grass clippings, pruned branches, pulled weeds, things that grow. You can even put cut flowers in there after they wilt. The next set of items that can go into this cart is what we call food scraps. This includes fruits and vegetables. Yes, even the pits, seeds, and skins. Meat, fish, seafood, including bones, eggshells, and dairy products. No liquids, though. Got partially eaten food, spoiled food, or leftovers that went bad? Don't worry, we all do sometimes. Those can go into the organics cart. Then there's items we refer to as food-soiled paper. Remember how we mentioned these before? These are paper products that are designed for or have come in contact with food or beverages. Paper towels, paper plates, paper cups and bowls, greasy pizza boxes, paper takeout food containers, and cartons that need to be refrigerated before they are opened. So what doesn't go into the organics cart? Plastics, glass, and metals. No plastic bags, please. Cartons that are shelf stable, that do not need to be refrigerated until after they are opened, cannot be placed in the organics cart and should be placed in the trash as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't all that stuff going to make a smelly mess in the organics cart? Well, it's not like this is a new kind of waste. You've been throwing it away each week already. It's just going into a different bin. Here's a few tips to make this go a little smoother. If you want to keep your cart clean, you can use compostable liners in your indoor organics bins. These bags are usually green and they can be placed in the organics cart, keeping your food scraps contained and the cart clean. You can also try placing food scraps in cardboard boxes or wrapping them in paper before placing them into the organics cart. If you use plastic bags to line the organic waste bins inside your business, just remember that the plastic bags cannot go into the organics cart. You can empty the contents of the bags into the organics cart, then place the plastic bag in the trash. You can also help keep your organics cart clean by placing some landscape trimmings or cardboard at the bottom of your organics cart before adding food scraps. Speaking of cardboard, let's talk about how to recycle your cardboard boxes. Spoiler alert, unless you have small pieces of cardboard, they don't go in the paper recycling cart. First, make sure your cardboard boxes are completely empty of all packing materials. Then flatten the boxes. If you have a cardboard recycling bin, you can place the flattened boxes inside. If you don't have a cardboard recycling bin, your waste enclosure area needs to have a location identified for cardboard recycling. Stack the flattened boxes on the ground in this area. Well, now you know how to sort waste into the correct bin here in Davis. Sorting waste properly is one of the most cost-effective and simplest things that everyone can do to help slow climate change. Thank you for helping us make a difference. For more information on sorting waste and the new SB 1383 regulations, please visit davisrecycling.org.